Time now for the live coronavirus update for San Antonio and Bexar County.
Good evening. I'm Mayor Ron Nirenberg along with County Commissioner Kevin Wolf, and we're joined this evening by Dr. Anita Kurian from San Antonio Metro Health. And this is our COVID-19 update for the San Antonio community. Tonight we're reporting 185 new cases of COVID-19 since yesterday, bringing the cumulative total to 66,714. Our 7-day moving average has dropped slightly to 213. As we mentioned last night, we are seeing a sustained increase in cases. So let's do our part now to slow the spread of this virus. I know it's tempting to gather with friends and family as we approach the holiday season, but remember, the best way to protect yourself is to keep your social bubble small. And if you are around others who are not part of your household, please make sure to mask up. If you start to feel sick, you should stay home to protect others in your household from also becoming ill. Please practice physical distancing and wear a mask at home if you are symptomatic, especially when you're in common areas. Unfortunately, we do have 5 new deaths to report tonight. A white male in his 50s, a Hispanic male in his 60s, a black male in his 90s, a white male in her 70s, and a Hispanic female in her 70s. All of them had underlying medical conditions, and our hearts are with their loved ones this evening. Keep their friends and families in your prayers. Tonight, another uptick in our hospitalizations. We have 255 COVID-19 patients in the hospital this evening, which is up 15 from yesterday. This includes 30 new COVID-19 related admissions over the last 24 hours, and we have 110 patients in the ICU, up from 6 yesterday, and 47 patients on ventilators, which is up as well. And we will continue to update these numbers. It's very important. We're going to be watching these numbers closely to ensure that the velocity is not what we've seen in the summer. So that's always extremely important for us to maintain, again, the public health guidance that we've been hearing for months now. Let me turn it over to Commissioner Wolf.
Thank you, Mayor. I just really want to talk a little bit about what we all just went through, and that's this recent election. And I want to thank Jackie Callanan and her team who run the elections here in Bexar County. I especially want to thank the election judges who worked countless hours. And then a real shout out to the citizens of San Antonio who came out and voted in some record numbers, especially during early vote. And not only did they do that, they did it while following COVID guidelines and, being nice to each other and, acting like we believe us here in San Antonio should act. So a real big shout out to them and a thank you to them, and a reminder, in regards to the numbers. Keep that practice up. Keep masking up and making sure that we're doing the same thing that we did in election lines yesterday. You keep that practice up out in your day-to-day life.
Great. Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, and we also want to send a thank you to the county, especially the elections administrator. Everything was smooth. As you said, a record turnout, but we had our numbers in. We had no issues, and that's a debt of gratitude to Jackie Callanan, who's been serving this community for a very, very long time. I do want to correct a number I gave you just a minute ago. The number of COVID positive patients on ventilators this evening is 56, which is up 10 from yesterday. So please note that. And also a special message from our educators, our schools in the area, and our parents. Although schooling has drastically changed amidst this pandemic, attending school, whether online or in person, is critical for our students. Parents, please reach out to your child's teacher or staff at school if your child needs extra support. For those students who work during the school week, make sure to prioritize attending school and completing schoolwork on time. Students, do not lose sight of the importance of investing in your education. Attending and completing school ensures greater opportunities in your future. And certainly to parents, it takes a village to raise a child, and this pandemic has already taught us ways we can stay connected, although we may be physically distant. So don't hesitate to ask help from our teachers, counselors, principals, and mentors to ensure your child's success at school. We're all rooting for our students here in San Antonio, and so we'll all work together to support one another. I also want to make mention again of the assistance programs available to people hurting in our community because of this pandemic. If you need help paying rent or mortgage, we have an emergency housing assistance program available for you. You can call 311 or go to the city website at covid19.sanantonio.gov for more information on the emergency housing assistance program. And if you have lost your job, income displaced, and need to get back into work, there are jobs available in this community, high-wage, in-demand jobs. And if you need skills training for those jobs, we will provide that for you. We are enrolling in our COVID-19 Recovery and Resiliency Workforce Program. Right now, you can get information about that program at 311, or you can call to enroll at 210-224-HELP. Those folks who are enrolled in those skills training programs will also receive a stipend to make ends meet, paying for rent, mortgage, groceries, etc. So please avail yourselves of the help that is being provided by our community if you are in need of assistance during this pandemic. And as always, we can help each other out, keep our community safe, and save lives by masking up, keeping physical distancing, and watching and adhering to the guidance of our medical professionals. With that, we will go to questions for Dr. Curry and myself and the Commissioner.
This briefing is continuing right now on KENS5.com and our Facebook page. Tonight, there are 185 new cases, bringing the total to 66,714. The 7-day moving average has gone down, now at 213. While we've had 0 new deaths in the last few days, unfortunately tonight there are 5 new deaths, bringing the death toll in our community 1,265. Patients hospitalized in the ICU and on ventilators all increased. As a number of cases continue to go up, the commissioner and the mayor reminding all of us to keep our activities safe, try to keep groups small, and continue wearing masks. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.